morning, ladies and gents. Welcome to week number 9 of our online learning. This week we are starting, we're carrying on with congruency. We just started at the end of last week. We're going to spend the whole week on congruency. It's not an easy topic, so we're going to go very, very, very slow. Let's just start with reminding ourselves, what does congruency mean? Okay, we say two triangles, or two shapes really, it's not just triangles. Two shapes are congruent if they're identical. Okay, so the word we use normal day-to life is identical. In maths, we're going to use the word congruent. They are congruent. Okay, so these two triangles, okay, are identical. That means they're congruent. Now, to prove that two shapes are congruent, what does it mean identical? It means that all the sides have to be the same. Okay, so you can see those are 2, those are length of 3, and those are length of 4. But that's not really enough. We also need to say that the angles between the sides are the same. So this angle equal to that angle, this angle equal to that, and so on and so on and so on. That's for general shapes. But we already said last lesson that if we look at triangles, it turns out, we didn't prove it, but we're just going to have to believe that all you need to prove is that certain 3 things are the same. Okay? So we have 4 cases of congruency. Turns out, and I'll just show you the first one, if I have 2 triangles, and I know that this side equal to that, say these are 2, these are 3, and these are 4, the sides are the same, then the angles themselves also must be the same. The angles themselves have to be the same. Okay? So, so there are 4 cases, 4 different ways we can prove 2 triangles are congruent. The first one you can see here, okay, I'll just give it a little color pen, just pause it for a second. Right, so these 2 triangles are congruent, and the case, the category, how we prove that they're the same is called SSS. You can see that one, I wrote it here again. SSS means side, side, side. This side equal to that side. This side equal to that side. This side equal to that side. Okay? So you need to remember these 4 categories, 4 criteria. SSS, SAA, SAS, and RHS. And I'm going to just explain again each one of them. First one, we already saw. Okay? Each one of the sides are the same. Right, let's look at this triangle. And I don't know if you can really see, so I'll just read it. Okay? What I've got here is this side is 3. I don't know these 2 sides. I know this side is also 3. I know this angle is 30. This one is 30 as well. This is 70. This is also 70. Okay? Now I don't know what this angle, but in fact I can tell, right? Because 70 plus 30 is 100, so that must be 80, right? But let's say I don't know. Now, when I've got a situation like that, I've got 2 sides that are the same side, okay? And I've got 2 angles. If I've got 2 triangles where one of their sides is the same and 2 angles are the same, I'm not saying that 30 is equals 70. I don't mean that. I mean that 30 is equal to 30, 70 equal to 70. In this case, that's also a case of congruency, and we call it SAA. Okay? It's not South African Airline. Side, angle, angle. So if you prove that one side is the same and then 2 angles are the same, also congruent, identical. Okay, so that's the second case. We've done that one, we've done that. Let's look now at, here I made actually a little mistake. So let me just quickly fix this. Okay, yeah. I will talk about that in a minute. Okay, so here we have 2 triangles. We've got 2 pairs of sides that are the same. So this is 2, this is 2. This is 3, this is 3. Okay, so we've got 2 sides, not 2 angles, 2 sides that are the same. And then we've got an angle, one angle, 20, which is the same. In this case, we call it SAS. Okay? SAS. And that means that they are congruent. Okay? If you prove that 2 sides, 2 pairs of sides are the same, and the angle between them is the same, then they're congruent. Okay? It's very important to call it SAS and not SSA. And as you can see here, angles must be between the 2 lines. If the angle is not between the 2 lines, let's say I had a situation where this is the angle that was the same, just like I did before. It was a mistake. If I have 2 triangles where 2 sides are the same and an angle which is not in between them, then we can't prove, we can't say for certain that they're congruent. They might be congruent, but we can't prove it. So it's only works if the angle is in between. Okay? Then we can say SAS. Okay? So we've done that. Moving to the last triangle. This is kind of like not opposite, but different to what I just said now. So we've got two triangles with two sides. Okay? 6, they're the same. 4 is the same. And we've got one angle that is the same as well. Okay? Now, hopefully you know what this thing means. What does it mean that is this square? Okay? Correct. That means that it's 90 degrees. Now, if you look at it carefully, you can see, okay, I've got two sides, but the angle is not between the two sides. It's not this angle. It's angle not between the two sides. But didn't I just say that if you've got an angle not between the two sides and two sides are the same, then we can't say for sure that they're congruent? You're right, I did say that. But the difference here is that the angle is not just any angle, it's a 90 degrees angle. So if you got a triangle with the hypotenuse, this is called the hypotenuse, the side opposite the 90 degrees, and another side, and you also know that there's a 90 degrees, and that means that's not between the two lines, between the two sides, then we can still say it's congruent. Only if this is 90. If this was 60 or 70 or 30, whatever, then we wouldn't be able to say congruent. Okay? And the case for congruency is RHS. What is RHS? R stands for right angle. Right angle means 90 degrees. H stands for hypotenuse, because you know the hypotenuse is the same. And S stands for side. So you know the hypotenuse is the same, one of the sides is the same, and you know that's 90 degrees, congruent as well. Okay, guys, you can do now exercise 3. Okay, all you got to do, you've got a bunch of pair of triangles that you're told they're congruent. You need to say which case is it. Is it SSS, all sides the same? SAA, one side the same and two angles? SAS, two sides and the angle between them? Or RHS, a right angle triangle where you know the hypotenuse and the side. Very easy. Very, very easy. See you guys in the next lesson.